is Love Freely Tribe. Welcome. I'm talking extra quiet because my fiance James, aka Kells, is actually napping behind me. So he said it was okay if I recorded a quick reading, and I told him I would talk as quietly as I could. So I hope that this video is reaching you well. If you tuned in to my reading last week, well, I guess the beginning of this past week, you may have been experiencing some big waves of emotion, and hopefully, if you have, I know that I have, and some people, my close family members have experienced some big waves, so to speak. Hopefully, if you've endured them with trust and acceptance and unconditional love for yourself and others, that you've now been rewarded, or your question has been answered, or whatever it is you were looking for or hoping for has been received. And if not, remain patient. And I just wanted to also give a reminder that these readings, they're meant for you when they're meant for you. So you may even be watching this and it's next week, 2 weeks, a month from now. So, time is but a construct. Anyway, we won't get into too much of that, but so if you feel called to watch a video, not just of mine, but of any light workers that you follow, or just anything that catches your eye, to where you just feel like you just have to watch it, there is no coincidence. This is not coincidence. So hopefully you remember that even though I may put a date attached to the title of these videos as a label, and as a document of when I'm doing them, it's not right or wrong to watch them on the very day that they arrive, or if you're watching them a month later. If something is meant for you, it's meant for you, on your timeline. I hope that makes sense. So anyway, with that being said, just clearing the energy here, hopefully giving you a moment to breathe, a little virtual cleansing moment. I know not all of us have the tools or feel like we have the power or the ability to clear the space that we reside in. And if that's you and you need a moment, or even if you do practice energy cleansing and stuff, if you just needed a little guidance today to remind you 333 on the clock when I looked at it, if you needed some guidance today just to bring you back to your space, your authentic self, the present moment, where there's no judgment, just here and now. I'm going to place my sage down now. I'm titling this video Less is More. Today is June 18th, 2020, and the reading that I'd like to do for you all will be focused on today and tomorrow. And I know separating weekdays like a weekday reading from a weekend reading seems a little weird to some of you. But a lot can happen in just 2 days. And not every single week, not every single month, but the way I channel and what feels appropriate for me when I'm channeling, you know, it changes, it fluctuates. I'm not sure how to verbalize what I'm saying, but for instance, some months I'll feel like there's a reading for the month, like what this month is going to hold for us. And then other times it's like I have messages I want to share with you all for the week at hand. But other times, especially lately, when there's been such strong watery energy right now. When I say watery, I just mean emotional or deep. I've been just breaking up readings and doing them when I feel called, and so I didn't intend to do another reading till maybe next week or so, but today I felt called to do one just for this weekend itself because of how much we've gone through this week. Apparently there's a big insight coming for us this weekend, which makes sense because it's the 18th and there's a new moon on the 20th. So today, tomorrow, 18, 19, and then Monday starts fresh and new moon. So that makes sense. Just to get some insight and advice and set the tone for this weekend as we, I don't want to say chaos, I don't want to say feel chaos, but as we feel the vibrations coming to us while the moon becomes new. So anyway, I try to tilt to my face more here. So less is more is a message I was hearing over and over and over and over and over. Hearing it in my head. Less is more, less is more, less is more, less is more. What I felt was the things that we're wanting waiting for the rain. It rains a lot in Florida, to where I am, but also a lot of the time it seems to rain right when I start channeling and connecting, like, and speaking to my spirit guide directly. A lot of the time it starts to rain right when I begin. She likes water. So I was feeling the things that we want are different from the things that we need. And I even saw a video today of a motivational speaker. I think it was even maybe like a Christian service in a church. And this speaker said something along the lines of, like, when you're a teenager and all you really want is a meal from McDonald's, like, so bad, like that's at the top of your list of what you want for dinner or lunch, whatever. And then as you get older and you learn things and you get wiser and you connect more to yourself and your health and what you like and what you don't like, what makes you feel good, fast food can still be a treat, but it doesn't become your first choice anymore. Maybe your first choice becomes, like, I don't eat meat, but some of you it might become like a certain steak meal, I don't know if some of you love steak, probably. I'm not sure. I guess it's not completely uncommon, but it's the first thing I thought of, and I don't eat meat at all. But, or something with more sustenance, more nutrients, more feel good inside food as you grow and change. And her point that I was getting from her message was that over time, what we really want changes, and for the better. So our goals change, our relationships change, our wants change, our dreams change, because we learn with time. We grow wiser and more connected to ourselves, hopefully, and we learn what we really want, and we continue to learn, and that continues to change, and it will over time. So I guess it's kind of just a refreshing idea to acknowledge that maybe there's something that you really, really want right now. 11:24 on the clock, that's my number. Maybe there's something that you feel you really, really want that you can't necessarily have often, but you wish you could because it's your first choice day in and day out. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you should do and make choices and act upon what's best for your most authentic self in the here and now. But don't forget that perhaps one day, well, for sure one day things will change. And that's also okay. And I don't know if that makes any sense, but I guess I wanted to say what you want, but you can't seem to have as much of it as you wish you could, isn't really what you need right now. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. So for a lot of us, it's money. I saw dollars earlier when I was meditating. And a lot of us are wanting so much money. I was even trying to manifest money while I was meditating and seeing it. I thought, oh, okay, I'll just manifest some money into my life then, if that's what the topic is. Because a lot of us are wanting it, wanting more of it. And why wouldn't you? Not all of us are in the best of shape during these times with the pandemic, or just in general. And even those of us who are doing fine, some of you are just hustlers and just want more and more and more. But Spirit was telling me less is more. And if I want to tie that in with that video I just happened to see while scrolling social media, the message is, you may want it, and you may want it so bad, and it may not be coming to you as much as you wish, as much as you dream how great it would be if it just was flowing to you endlessly, like a teenager who wants McDonald's every single night. But do trust and do know that it is for a reason, and that Spirit knows what you need, and that Spirit also knows what you want, and it is available, and there are ways to obtain it. But just know, not everything you want is what you need, and not everything you want so bad now is going to be what you want so bad later. Wow. I'm feeling like this is a big career message. It could apply to really anything. love. But I feel like this is a big career message. As to say, you may be scrambling and searching and like I'm seeing someone just like ruffling through papers, like gotta crack the case. Gotta figure this out. On how to obtain more money, more following, more something more. But Spirit wants you to know that in the future you will see that it's not exactly your first choice anymore. But that doesn't mean live in the future. Live in the present, for sure. But trust in knowing that less is more sometimes. And less is more right now, is what I'm hearing. So don't see it as a struggle. Don't see it as scarcity. I'm going to say that again. Don't see any of it as a struggle. Don't see any of it as scarcity. And how do you do that? I'm hearing like, how? That's exactly what's happening. I'm struggling. I know. Just trust and keep your head down, but not in a negative way, but just keep your head down like someone praying. Keep your head down, keep focused on where your heart is at and what your heart is wanting. And anything that's attached to fear, all these wants and needs, I hope you acknowledge that they are attached to fear, especially if they're feeling scarce and you're feeling struggle with these wants and needs. It's attached to a fear that you have, or multiple fears. You need to keep your head down and trust and focus and execute on the inspirations and intuition sent to you by your higher power. And if you stray from that, it will be unfortunate in the future when you look back and realize how quite possibly insignificant those wants and needs are now in your present moment, future self. And you cannot get time back. You cannot get youth back. You cannot get the present moment back. So please do everything you can with this present moment to live freely, openly, happily, and prosper here and now with what you have. Be resourceful. And leave the rest to Spirit. Leave the rest to Spirit. It's hard to not have your fingers in every single bowl. It's hard to not have your eye on every single employee in your life. It's hard to let go of that control. Do your work in the present moment. Take your steps. Experiment, fail, try, laugh, cry, be here, and let the rest be to Spirit. And everything you're wanting and needing is yours. But if there's a scarcity, if there's a struggle, trust that it's just not meant most for your right now. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but it's just not saying it's not meant for you, but it's not meant for your right now. And it's not being withheld. It's not being withheld, even in a sense. I don't want to relay the idea that you're being punished. It's just that other things are more important right now. And if you can connect with your inner self and your heart and your soul and your spirit, your most authentic place, your most authentic feelings and ideas and intuition, you'll know what's important right now. And all the energy that you're putting towards your fear of getting these wants and needs met, or the money, or whatever it is, all the energy you're putting towards that is time you are losing. And that's not to cause fear in you. It's to help you see that the most valuable thing that you have is the present moment. And that physical things and the things within you now are everything that you need. So keep your ears and your eyes and your heart open. Get to work on what's right in front of you, on what you really need to do, what you really want to do, I'm hearing. And let Spirit do the rest. And it won't make sense now, the struggle. It'll never make sense now. But if you can just be here, find a way to utilize, be resourceful, and be in love with your life right here and now, future self will be so thankful. Your future self will be so thankful. Your future self will see and know. Your future self will have things you don't have right now, and will see and know even more so than you do, than I'm telling you, than Spirit is telling me to tell you. Future self will know then even more so what's important. But one thing that will and that may change, but one thing that will never change is the importance of your time alive in this human experience here on earth. So protect your precious moments and use them however the fuck you want, is what I'm hearing. And no one wants to be afraid. No one wants to have stress. So if you don't want those feelings, let them go to Spirit. And feel and do as you want, from the heart, from the soul, from your authentic self. Phew, okay. Thank you, Spirit. That was more than I anticipated, but that was very powerful. Other things that I was feeling and visualizing was downsizing. So physical things, downsizing, and decluttering. That could be meditation, decluttering the mind, but also decluttering your actual space. I have been itching, as well as my fiance, we have been itching to just renew our space here. We work and live in a small space, and it can feel very cramped and stagnant, and I think that there's a lot of things we could do to change that, and that might bring forth letting go of certain things, which it can be scary to let go of physical things. Hard work, doing the actual work of painting and cleaning and little projects and whatnot. Work can be daunting. Work can be exhausting. or it can take time. And these things we can do within ourselves as well. So it can be scary to let things go from our psyche, from our heart. And it can be hard work. And the work can be exhausting. To check in with yourself every day, to journal every day, to meditate every day, to tell someone you love them every day, to tell yourself you love you every day. It can be exhausting. But it's necessary. And I'm hearing it's honestly just gonna feel so fucking good. And you are stepping in to your future self every moment. Every moment, she is being born. She's being created. She is born. She is created. Or he. Or they. The pronouns aren't important. It's the energy, the feminine energy of cultivating a radiance within yourself, cultivating a nurturing self that's like a perpetual healer to oneself. It's like this machine that you work on. You're like an inventor working on a machine, trying to make this machine within yourself. That purpose will be perpetual energy, perpetual healing, perpetual love. That's the machine we're making. It's gonna take time. But wow, that end result, I mean, technically there's no end result. It'll be a constant state, but everything starts somewhere. And once you start to feel the progression of this machine, it's gonna feel amazing. Just like a start to finish from A to B goal of redecorating a room or something. Once you get to that place of like, you're always going to want to add new stuff to your room or your space, but once you get to that place of like, wow, we have changed this, and we can kind of like take a step back now, because like the most hard part is essentially over. Now we have somewhere to work from. It's going to feel amazing. I also was seeing a message to say, like a message basically saying, or what I thought was saying, save yourself. I like Disney's Hercules cartoon movie, and there's a scene in that movie where, Hercules has to go into the underworld, which is where Hades is. And there's like this really spooky like river down there that has all the passing souls that Hades keeps down there, and they're all like, little ghost people shapes just floating in the water, and they're kind of in pain. Well, they definitely are in pain because it's hell essentially. It's the underworld. And Meg, the love interest, she sacrifices, I forget, but I think she sacrifices herself or something in order to save Hercules in a way. And Hercules, though he was mad at her for lying to her earlier in the movie, I don't know, it's just his character, it's just who he is, and also he knew he had a love for her. He went to the underworld and saw her kind of spiraling down in the like ghosty river. There was like a whirlpool at the end. It probably sounds crazy, but yeah, he just dove in to save her. I guess there was like still time to like stop her from being like damned to the underworld forever, and he risked his own life to save her, because as soon as he hit the water, he was kind of like deteriorating, and he was about to be damned to the underworld as well, but then he ended up saving her. And of course we know the movie ends with him being successful in finding his place and where he wants to be and what his purpose was. It's a great movie, in my opinion. So, there's a lot of deep messages in that movie. But what I saw was reversed. I saw Meg diving in and saving Hercules. So again, with the maternal energy, feminine energy type thing, again, doesn't have to be male, female, just feminine and masculine energy that's within each of us. I feel like that was another note towards that topic. Like, we're going to really need our feminine energy right now, our maternal energies right now this weekend. Perhaps for the rest of the month. I mean, always, but just more than ever, for recent events to come, and that are happening now, to kind of rescue our paternal side, to kind of save our paternal side from struggling. And again, with the idea of money and everything I was talking about earlier in this video, it's kind of letting that feminine maternal side sweep in, when the paternal side who wants to provide, the paternal side who wants to be structured and secured and no issues, well-oiled machine. It's time for our maternal side, our feminine energy, to step in and rescue that part of ourselves from struggling so hard. Like a perfect partnership that lives within us. Perfect harmony of and balance of feminine and masculine energy that lives within us, where the feminine sees the masculine just struggling, just stressing, just wanting, needing, solving, trying, working. And the feminine steps in, says, you know what? Let's not forget about our heart. Let's not forget about what we have. Let's not forget about all this around us. Let's not forget about the opportunities we haven't even seen yet. Let's not forget about our love and our time here alive on earth together. Let's not forget about that. And rescue him, so to speak. Save yourself. I think that's beautiful. And another thing was the idea of visualizing when you have a hard time focusing on what's really important to you in the here and now. I ask you, and I feel called myself to do this, to ask ourselves, what can we not let go? And this can go in two different directions. You can ask yourself this question and come up with answers as far as like pertaining to negative things you can't let go, and then maybe look deeper into those and call upon your feminine side, your maternal side, to look deeper into those and ask questions and hear yourself out, and perhaps find someone you trust. Of course, ask spirit, trust spirit. If you want to journal or speak to them, pray to them, you can always journal to yourself or ask a friend. 3333 on the clock. But it also, what I was resonating with more closely on this idea was that because time in life is the most precious and most valuable thing that you have, okay? It's a gift. To be right here in this moment is a fantastic, incredible gift. As much as it can hurt, I'm finding the value in pain and the value in all feeling. Just the value of being able to be here and communicate to other humans and speak and appear and live is just astounding to me. It's just something that I'm learning to say thank you for almost every waking moment. So, with that being said, not to get morbid, but if we were to acknowledge the idea of this gift slipping away from us. And there are things we have not yet done that we want to do, or have that not yet have that we really wanted to have, or something like that. I hope you could take a moment to meditate, breathe, whatever that means, whatever meditate is for you. So taking some deep breaths, or just resting, or just clearing your mind outside, or whatever helps, in a bath. And just ask yourself, if this was my last moment, if this was my last gift, and wherever I go, whatever you believe in, as I fade from this human experience, what would be the first thing I would think to myself that I would really wish, like, would not have to be something that my soul carries on as something that I'm yearning for, in a sense, like, not, I don't even want to use the word regret, but just something that you, obviously we can't imagine where our mind would be, but if we can just fabricate an instance where your mind would jump to all the things you've done in your life, and it would also jump to one thing first and foremost that you just didn't really go for, or do, or try, or someone, like, what would that be? Something that would make your soul go, dang, I didn't get to do that one. What would that be? Or dang, I didn't get to have that. Or dang, I didn't get to know them. Dang, I didn't get to say. Dang, I didn't get to go. Whatever it is. It could be multiple things, but typically it's just that first thing that jumps into your head that you just couldn't let go of, or you just wouldn't want to let go of as you move from this experience to the next. You just go, dang it. It's like when your mom unplugs your video games right when you're in the middle of something. And you're like, I didn't even get to... That's just me being silly, but I would meditate on that and find yours. Your first thing that goes, I didn't even get to... While you're here, blessed on this earth, in this human experience. Spirit calls to you through me to ask you to ponder this. Ponder this over the weekend as we reach the new moon, where we can make new goals. Okay, so we're going to move on to the card reading now. Alrighty, so if you've never watched my videos, I know I don't have a ton of videos yet, but if you haven't even seen the first ones, I use this deck called the Vortex deck by Gabriella Rosie. Find her on Instagram at Gabriella Rosie. She created this deck, and I will have more decks to come to work with in the near future, but I'm letting that come at its own time, its own pace. But yes, so it's not traditional tarot. These are little tiny adorable pink cards. She created these with the intent to help give reminders on how to stay in the higher vortex, how to keep your energy high. And I have been working with them for myself for a year and a half, going on 2 years. And I've been working with them to do readings for others, and the Love Freely Tribe, aka the collective, for basically the whole year so far, so of 2020, maybe a little bit of last year as well. And yeah, my spirit guide speaks to me through these cards. Basically, they have like 1 to like 3 or 4 worded bits of advice on them. And what I do is I shuffle and I ask Spirit and the universe for their guidance. Excuse me, and then I'm not the best shuffler, but this is, you gotta start somewhere. Yeah, and then I do little brief meditations, or just I just intuitively receive messages or visuals from the cards that I am sent out of here. So, thank you all for watching. Alright, Spirit, in regards to this weekend, as we approach the new moon coming on Monday. Oh, put that one to the side. Sorry. Any advice in regards to love? Any advice in regards to finding success in our... Oh, let's see what these are. First one I got was stretch. Keep that over there. Do nothing. Haven't seen this one in a while. Okay, thank you so much, Spirit. These crystals I've got laid out here. Amethyst, citrine, selenite, rose quartz, blue calcite, and a salt and pepper granite stone that I actually use for protection. I found that one out just walking around. It was amazing. Yeah, the intention here is always revolved around self-love, just that highest place of self, highest vibration, that energy, that most authentic energy to keep you connected to who you really are and what you really want. That's what me and Spirit are all about. Doing what you want, being who you want, or being who you are. Start again. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, any advice? Any more advice, Spirit? For those watching this video. Oh, and myself. Oh, I'm like crunching the cards. Dream bigger. Thank you, Spirit. Any other advice to get us through this weekend, Spirit? Keep us connected. Keep us on. Oh, boy. That's a lot. Okay. Alright. Ooh, that's a lot. Alright, well, I have one in my hand, so do something kind. I see these over here. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these together. Take a nap. Ooze enthusiasm. I'll keep that over here. Spirit. Love freely. Shout out the tribe. Shout out Spirit. Love freely. It's a big message, but also it's a card that I say she because I feel my spirit guide has a lot of feminine energy. Telling me that she's here, she's listening. And write it out. Ooh, okay, I like that. Okay. Alright, Spirit. I appreciate you so much. Is there anything else? Thank you, Spirit. Is there anything else? Any other bits of advice in regards to our self-awareness? Finding our center, finding our peace, keeping our root chakra strong this weekend. Setting ourselves up for this new moon energy. Oh, goodness. Okay. Call your best babe. I got a room on my desk. Alright, I feel like there's one more feel like there's one more thing you want to say, Spirit. Oi. Is there any more cards that we need to see, Spirit? I feel like there might be one more. Is there one more card? Any more? Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, alrighty. And nourish yourself. I like that. With meditate on the bottom. Thank you, Spirit, so much for your unconditional love and your all-knowing wisdom, and for protecting us and speaking to us here, giving us this fantastic spread of advice and insight for this weekend leading up to the new moon. Hopefully this microphone's been working the whole time, because I've never done anything this way with the microphone in my ear, so I guess we'll see. Hopefully it doesn't sound like weird hearing me this clearly up close. Oh god. Okay, anyway. So first one we got was stretch. Again, I feel like this is just like a message for 2020. Or something, or at least this summer, because I've been getting this so much in my readings, and it's always sticking out to me the same way as stretch out of your comfort zone. So a lot of us are just still being stagnant, and it's no surprise. A lot of us were at home, or we're stuck in the same routine, or we're stuck in this new routine that we've created as far as the pandemic goes, where we just kind of feel like a little more trapped, a little less free. But this is, again, calling to us to stretch. So if you do yoga, if you want to try yoga, or if you just even want to stretch in the morning, or stretch at night, or stretch when you feel stressed physically. But again, it's just asking us to get out of our comfort zones. It's asking us to stretch our minds, to expand ourselves. So whatever you're feeling stagnant in, whatever you're blocking yourself from, whatever you're, putting your blinders to, or putting your earmuffs on so you just don't have to deal with it, it's time to deal with it this year, if not just this summer. So maybe we can sow new seeds in the fall, but it's just asking us to stretch out of our comfort zones, and for a lot of us, come into light work. So stretch out of just your physical self, expand upward and outward. So a lot of you, it might be time to wake up. A lot of you are waking up in the sense of coming into your power and your energy, where your strengths lie energetically, and what you can provide on perhaps a psychic level, or noticing more messages, noticing your personal connection to your faith and your spirit, what you believe in, and of course your highest self, your higher power as well. So again, just stretch out of it, whatever it is. Stretch further. When you feel like you're here, guess what? Just think outside the box. Out of the box. Whenever you are a kid and all you got to play with is a box, or you don't have anything new or anything cool to do, what do kids do? We reimagine. We get outside of it. Whether we have to do it in here, or find a creative way to climb out, or find a different set of materials and create our own entertainment out of that, or whatever. Just anything's possible, I guess, is what I'm getting from this card. Tap into that inner child, tap into your inner power, and stretch out. Stretch. Okay, and don't listen to people when they tell you what you want to do is a stretch, is what I'm hearing too. Like, oh, that's a stretch. Don't listen to others when they're trying to tell you that. It's just a projection of how they're feeling about themselves. Don't listen. Don't let it affect you. Do nothing was the second card I got. I haven't got this one in a while. So I'm thinking this weekend we're going to be tired. So we're going to need to rest more than usual, and it might be beneficial to our creative selves. If you've been feeling like you're stuck creatively, I have. If you've been feeling like your sacral chakra is just like blocked and quiet and not glowing like it normally does, which, you know, holds your creativity and your sensual energy and stuff like that, it might be beneficial to just do nothing. Like, not in a weird, like, just sit down in the middle of the floor and don't do anything. Maybe you want to do that, I don't know. But it might be fun to just, I don't know, have a day or have the rest of this weekend to not ask yourself of anything. Some of you, I feel like, are working way too hard lately. Don't ask yourself of anything this weekend. The new moon is coming and you will be on motherfucking fire, headed straight towards all the things you want in life. But this weekend, take some time for yourself and do a little bit of nothing. Some of you want to have like a drink. Some of you want to just like play video games. Some of you want to go outside. I see like a pool. Whatever. Take this weekend as your free pass to do nothing, as if you need it. In my heart, you don't need that. But if you're not the type to give yourself that kind of free pass, this is your sign. Free pass. Do nothing this weekend. Okay? Don't overexert yourself. Alright, so dream bigger. I feel like this is a premonition for the new moon coming. Get ready to, you know, I'm sorry, my cat is half bird, so he's calling. What is my other cat doing now? Oh, Lord. Oh, sorry. Oh, I hope he's not attacking something. I can't. He looks like he is, but I don't see anything, so. Anyway, this is asking us to start tapping into those out there dreams. Start tapping into those dreams that we really want, not the ones that, you know, that our paternal side is a little too strongly, has too many fingers in, and is, that's kind of weird, but, and is, you know, doing a lot of the doing a lot of the decision making. What's the safest route? What's the most secure route? What's the most stable route? Of course, those things are important and balanced, but let's tap in. Let's tap into that heart space. What are those real big dreams that you really want? Let's tap into that inner child. What is that thing that you really want? What are those out there dreams that you're like, I wish? Maybe it's time to tap into those. And of course, perhaps it's not a great idea for some of them, as far as like our really big dreams goes. Perhaps anything is possible, but perhaps our paternal side is just protecting us from the things that it must protect us from, as long as it's in balance. But maybe there's a new, more innovative way to live your dreams, you know, within the boundaries of the situation that you're in right now. So as far as money goes, or as far as your obligations or your responsibilities goes, or as far as the pandemic goes and things like that, that keep us from dreaming big, maybe we need to tap back into these big dreams. Have fun, think about them, daydream, journal, doodle, imagine, talk about them, have a drink, talk with a friend about all these big wild dreams. And it may just so happen that you are rewarded with a new bit of not just insight in yourself, but a new bit of inspiration as to how to incorporate aspects of these big dreams, if not the big dream for real itself, into like an actual plan. You never know. So I think that's great. Start again. I think this is again getting us ready for the new moon, because we're starting fresh on Monday, everyone. We are. Whether you like it or not, we are starting fresh on Monday. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm already like, I want it here now, but slow down. Take it slow. We still got work to do this weekend. We still got things to see and know and live and experience this weekend. But Monday we're starting again. okay? And don't take any moment for granted, okay? As we look at our goals and the end result, don't take any moment of now as you're doing it for granted at all. Because you'll see, because you will reach the end of that goal, or you will reach that space that you're working towards. And when you do reach it, I promise you, your future self is going to go, why did I not focus more on where I was, like, and absorb it and truly absorb it and live it? Why was I so focused to get here? And I'm here, but it's like, damn, I stressed so hard on getting here when really I could have just been enjoying myself, because I'm destined to be here regardless. So where you're destined to be is for you. It's waiting for you. It is yours. Breathe a little bit more. Trust a little bit more. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy your life a little bit more. If I could tell you, 5555, yeah, on the clock. If I could tell you that the thing you really, really wanted was coming to you on a specific date, wouldn't you just love your life up until then anyway? Because you're like, oh, cool, it's happening. Oh, cool, I'll just chill and live and do my thing and do what makes me happy. You would, right? I don't have a specific date to give you because that spoils the whole fun of a human experience. But the thing you want is coming, and it's yours already. So why not have the same mentality and just enjoy your life and do what makes you happy? Do what, keep yourself safe and everything. You got to find balance, but you don't have to be on that Six of Pentacles grind mindset each day, day in, day out, second, every moment. Sometimes you gotta just be here. I'm 10 of Cups mode. Okay, so we're starting again soon. So enjoy this weekend, okay? We're starting again very soon. There'll be things to plot, things to see, things all write down and execute on. So enjoy your weekend. Enjoy yourself. Write it out while I have this in my hand. Write it out. Journal. We're going to be doing a lot of journaling. If you want to really access the power of this new moon coming up, get your journal out on Monday and write down everything you'd like to get done and everything that you hope for yourself to accomplish. And this could be tasks or something emotionally you want to overcome, or something spiritually you want to practice, or whatever. It could be anything. From the new moon to the end of the month, we'll say. And then we'll check in with ourselves on that. It'll give us a place to look, a place to guide us for the month. And I'll do a reading for the new moon. Nourish yourself. Knowledge is power. But no, just fuel yourself. Get ready for all this new work and ideas and things that are going to be coming to you. Maybe take this weekend to really just, I want to say indulge, but it's not really about indulging. It's about just giving you exactly what you need to refuel. So some of us are craving things. Some of us are craving the ocean. Some of us are craving, I just really want this kind of meal, or I just really want a day in the sunshine, or I just really want a bonfire, or I just really want to see so-and-so, or I just want to hear so-and-so's voice, or I just really want, there's things that we are craving. Nourish yourself with those this weekend. And get ready. Get ready, because it's about to go down on Monday. I'm just kidding. That sounded negative. It's not. It's very exciting. Do something kind. I think this is just towards you. Do something kind for you. Be nice to yourself this weekend. And if it helps, if it nourishes you, help somebody else. If it'll bring you in a nice head space, a nice heart space. And also, it's always nice to help somebody else, but we need to take care of numero uno so that we can take care of others better. So I feel like that this is about taking care of you. This is your sign. If you've been like, I don't know, kind of want a spa day, I kind of want this, I kind of want that, but I don't know if I deserve it. You do. So take care of you. You do deserve it. But again, if it will nourish you, if it will make you feel happy, if it will bring you in this love-freely space, do something kind for someone else as well. Anonymously, someone in your actual life, someone over the internet, whatever. Whatever comes to mind. Sometimes we just have things come to our mind. Hey, it'd be cool if I did this for so-and-so. Jump on that. If that is something that you feel called to do, and it would bring you into a nice high vibe, go for it. And we've got these two, so again, if you haven't really watched me do these before, I always like to keep the cards that come out together and like kind of, remain touching or remain in, their own area, whether it's on the floor or wherever they come out. I like to keep them together as one message. So this is got Take a Nap and Ooze Enthusiasm at the same time. So with this message, it's really saying just to take a load off and get excited. It's kind of like knowing that you're about to go on a vacation, or kind of like knowing that you're about to go to like something cool the next day or something. I don't know how to explain, but it's kind of like, I don't want to say it's like Christmas Eve, but it's that feeling of like, oh, we're gonna do something really cool, like something really cool is coming, and so since it's not today and it's not tomorrow, we're just gonna chill. We're gonna chill, and we're just gonna sit and marinate in this excitement that is the new moon. So all the new accomplishments and the new goals we're going to accomplish, and all this amazing new energy we're going to walk right into, new insights we're going to find out about ourselves, new events, new truth being revealed, and all these exciting big changes in energy and in our lives are coming. Walking in with this new moon, it's going to be glorious. So just let yourself be excited, and just chill this weekend. It's kind of like a wedding or something, where like, the wedding's coming, but it's like the couple days before then where you're so fucking excited, but you kind of just, at the same time, just chill. We're not there yet, but there's nothing wrong with sitting there and just thinking about how exciting it is, or talking to someone about how exciting it is. And I will tell you right now, having that feeling of excitement is the best way to allow miracles into your life. It is the best way to remove blockages so that miracles just finally have room and feel called and feel like you are ready to receive them, is having that excited attitude about you. So if you ever feel like you just really want something and you're not getting it, or you just feel stuck or stagnant or whatever, if you get into that positive headspace, that high vibe headspace of, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that day when I finally have that, and you just keep yourself excited, it's going to raise your vibe. It's kind of like when people say when you smile, it kind of tricks your brain into being happy. That's neither here nor there, but it's kind of the same idea. It's like if you know it's coming and you're excited for it to come, it comes. And that's what she said. So, but really, I mean, I'm serious, but I'm also joking at the same time, because that's what I do, but I'm dead serious. If you get excited, magic happens, okay? And again, I think I've got this last time, or at least I've gotten it recently for someone else or something, but call your best babe. So call spirit, call upon spirit and be like, you know what, when, probably when the new moon hits, hey spirit, this is what I want to get done. I hope you got my back, and I love you, and let's do this. Also, this could be for just this weekend. If you want to just call your friends and Be like, hey, let's hang out, or hey, how you doing? And just talk about nothing, and just hang out, and just be happy and be good to each other, be good to yourself. That's what I'm getting from this card. Yeah. And if there's trouble, always call on someone you trust if you feel like you're in trouble. Yeah. And don't forget that you are your best babe too. You are your best friend. Okay? And Spirit loves you. Just wanted to say that. And meditate on the bottom. I feel like, honestly, of all of this amazing stuff, I feel like the overall energy is this bottom card. Just come back down to that chill. Just come back down to, I'm here. I'm here. And it's the weekend. And good shit is coming. And good shit is all around me. But also, I'm just existing. It's all good. I like the energy of this weekend. I like the energy of the spread. I like you. And I thank you for watching this. And, yeah. Take care. Love freely. And, trust yourself. Trust the universe. Trust spirit. Have a great weekend. Let's get ready for the new moon. And, yeah, I'll see you then. Can't wait to see you all, hear you all, feel you all. Getting yourselves excited and planning out what you are ready to do for the next couple weeks with this new moon energy. So take care. And again, my name's Machi, and thanks for watching. And yeah.